Heart disease is the #1 cause of death in the world, and lately, we keep hearing the same line. Now even young people are having heart attacks. But is that true? Or is it just a headline? Today we look at the data, not the panic. And what comes out is more interesting than most videos admit. First, the baseline. Cardiovascular disease kills more people every year than any other cause, roughly 1 in 3 deaths worldwide. So this isn't a rare or distant threat, it's the most common one. The real question is that burden shifting younger? Here's the honest answer because it's not one-directional. In a study that followed over 1.2 million young men for 2 decades, early heart attacks and cardiovascular death actually fell. But in the same cohort, heart failure and stroke rose, tracking rising obesity and falling fitness. And across those same years, risk factors in young adults, high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, climbed sharply. So the heart attack itself isn't rising in every group, but the ground that prepares it is. So why? Go to the root. Atherosclerosis, the hardening of arteries, doesn't happen overnight. It takes decades, and it usually begins silently in youth. The driver is cholesterol-carrying particles, especially ApoB-containing LDL, seeping into the artery wall and building up. So the heart attack that shows up at 50 is really the foundation you laid in your 20s. The good news, you can act on it early while it's still invisible. 2 more drivers. First, metabolic health. Rising blood sugar, insulin resistance, and belly fat speed up the damage. That's the single biggest lever, and it's the entire next episode. Second, fitness, your VO2 max. In that same study, the rise in heart failure and stroke tracked falling fitness. Both of these you can measure. Both you can change. So, to recap, heart disease is still the #1 threat. Getting younger isn't a myth, but it isn't literal either. What's really getting younger is the ground beneath it, metabolic health and fitness, and all of it is measurable and changeable while still early and invisible. This is educational, not medical advice. For your own case, see your doctor. Next episode, insulin resistance, the silent driver. Subscribe.